Here we go, episode 10 of the Prepared Performer podcast. Hi, Prepared Performers. I'm Molly Mahoney, and we are here with Montaja, and she is going to tell us her experience with joining Equity. So, first of all, hi. You say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Yay. So just tell us, like, how you got your Equity card.
Okay, well, I got my Equity card in 2009. I was still in college. I was a senior in college.
Where were you in school?
I went to school at Youngstown State University in Ohio.
Awesome.
And I graduated in 2010. But while I was in my last semester, I auditioned for a cabaret show here in Pittsburgh at the Civic Light and Opera.
Okay, yeah.
And I was cast for the new Gershwin musical Swonderful.
Cool.
And I got to play the role of Nina. In any professional role, like if you take the top performer role, you have to be an Equity member. And I wasn't an Equity member, but everyone in this new show got an Equity contract. So it just so happened that I beat the odds of, like having to build up credits and all that stuff to get your membership.
Right.
So that's how I ended up getting my card. And I've had it ever since. And
when you took your card for that, was it something that you were careful about, that you were concerned about? Because I know sometimes I'll get emails from people that will see the post that I wrote about joining Equity, and they're like, oh, I don't know if I have a chance to get it. There's a lot of TYA tours where you can get your card, and some people are nervous about it. Were you nervous, or were you just stoked?
I was. It was kind of like both. I was extremely excited because
oh no.
Sorry. But I was extremely excited because I was one of the first in my class of college to get an Equity card. But I spoke to my vocal coach, who was like a really, really strong supporter in our class. Her name is Nancy Anderson Wolfgang. And she was kind of like the person I went to and kind of talked to her about it. She didn't make the decision for me. She just gave me some tips, help me understand it a little bit more. Because they didn't really talk about it much in our college classes, a lot of people the pros and cons of it. A lot of people were against it. A lot of people were for it. So I kind of had to come to my own conclusion after talking it over with the producers of the show and then my coach as well.
Yeah. Okay. So you decided to take it.
I did.
Yeah. How was the show experience? Was that an awesome?
It was great. It was definitely something different. It felt like musical theater boot camp to me.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot of high power, singing, bouncing, dancing. We did a lot of the stuff. It was there was four characters, I want to say. No, there were five. There were 3 girls and 2 boys. And then there were swings, of course.
Yeah.
But most of the stuff we all did ourselves. So moving props and, dancing and everything, and it really pushed me into a different level of performance, because when I was in college, you'd have to take a certain amount of classes, you have to take dance, and then you have to perform on stage for credits. But this one was for actual, it's beyond credits, it's beyond, just passing a class, it's performing to the max. So it's okay, you got to get this done, there's live people, they're paying to come and see you. So it was really cool, it was really nice, and all the other performers pushed me to a level that I never thought I would get to. I was in the best shape of my life after that show.
Awesome. So, and did you guys have just 2 weeks of rehearsal, or how many, or because it was a new show, did you have more time?
It was, I want to say we had more than 2 weeks. We had maybe about a month.
Okay.
To actually rehearse and get everything, because it was a new book and there were some changes that were made. Even on opening night, there were some changes. So we had some workshopping to do and changing songs, changing endings, rememorizing. And I wasn't singing. I'm a soprano or a mezzo now, and I wasn't singing soprano in that show.
Yeah.
I was singing the bottom and the middle, so I really had to tune in my ears. So that was kind of a challenge as well. And when they switched some songs, that was kind of a challenge. But it kind of, once again, it kicked me into another level where I had to I had to say to myself, hey, girl, you got to get this, you got to rehearse a little bit more. There are people out there that are counting on you to do this. So
awesome. So that right there was I guess a benefit of taking your card with it. Yeah. Nope, you're not playing games. That's my favorite hashtag, not playing. Yeah. Okay. So after that, so you did that show and then you went back to school. You were still finishing school at that point, or? Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually doing both. Like, so I had to go while I was doing the show. It still overflowed into my semester starting, so I
Okay.
had to go back and forth between Pittsburgh and Youngstown.
Okay.
And yeah, it kind of interfered with some classes, but we ended up working it out with a couple teachers. My teachers that semester were really cool. So it was like once that happened with equity, I ended up getting the lead role as well in my college. My last performance in school, I was Timon in Once on This Island, and then after that, I was getting ready to do my, graduation and all of that. So
Right. So then so that is like, maybe that could have had an effect on that audition as well if you had your level
yeah,
went up there when you're pushed to be at that level. So after
yeah.
that, then you graduated, and then did you start auditioning, or what did you start doing at that point?
I did. At first, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to go home. I really didn't have anything set or planned, and I think that was kind of like my downfall, because I didn't really decide like an outline, because I graduated in the winter time,
Mm-hmm.
and there were Glee auditions going on. That was when Glee, the show, was like really big. So I was just like, I telling my roommates like, I'm going to audition for this. I really, really want to, and I went, even though it was really, really cold. They were supportive, they came with me. I went and I did that audition. So I kind of like put my focus straight onto that.
Okay.
And then when that didn't work out, I ended up moving back to Pittsburgh, and then I started thinking, okay, well, now I need to figure out what exactly I'm going to do. Am I going to audition? Am I going to train? Am I going to just get a regular day job? And it kind of all happened, but at its own time.
Yeah.
So I guess like when I thought after graduating, I thought, well, what am I going to do? Like, I got to perform. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I'm equity. I can just get auditions. I don't have to go. But then I realized, like, I was very green, very, very green, especially with the the one professional role that I did that gave me my equity card, and then being still so green with all that college credit. It kind of like hindered, I guess, what they saw on my resume. And it's still to the effect nowadays, I have some like extra credits on there for doing extra roles on TVs and like commercials, but the theater side, I'm still very green because I was so soon to get that equity card.
Right. So do you feel like there's anything else that you could have had prep-wise at school that would have prepared you for the quote-unquote real world of auditioning?
Yeah, I definitely think that professors in colleges should give an equity prep class or some kind of workshop or something to let students know that, hey, this is a decision and it's a big decision and you don't have to rush into it. If it's something that you feel like you're going to ultimately do all together and it's just kind of handed to you like, here, decide now, take the time to kind of think about it. And for me, I was just so excited to have that opportunity. I never in my lifetime thought that I would get that. And even with that audition, there was so much stuff going on. I had my senior project, I had my senior recital, auditions in school. So I just auditioned for that show. Didn't even think I got it. Yeah. And then when I did, I was like, what? Oh my gosh, everybody's going to be so excited for me. So I just kind of took it. And then I didn't think about the long run in the future.
So now, like, that was, how long ago was that? When was that? When did
it's about maybe 5 years ago. Yeah.
So what have you done since then? Like, how has that been? Because are you still in Pittsburgh now?
I am still in Pittsburgh. I am working a part-time day job right now. And because this avenue, like, it kind of pushed me into other things. Like, I look more into, like, doing voiceover work. Like I said, I've done some extra work for Monster Casting is a freelance TV company. They do they cast extras and stuff like that. So I kind of been doing that. I've done some background vocals for some people on their CDs. So it kind of pushed me into different avenues that I didn't really think I was going to be interested in, because, as a performer, you just want to get out there and you want to perform and be on stage.
And there's so many different ways to go.
I'm sorry.
There's so many different, like, when you graduate from what was your degree in? Was it in musical theater?
Musical theater, yeah.
So you think that you're going to go towards the musical theater route, but there's so many different options that you can have to work as a performer as well, which is cool.
That's true. And it kind of like, it opened up my perspective of like what I'm capable of doing too, because in school, you know, they give you all these options. You can go in the like lighting design track and costume and directing, and I was just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm okay, like, you know, helping out and, you know, volunteering, of course, my time, but I was just like, no, I want to roll. I want to be on stage, you know. And even my senior project in college, it pushed me into another avenue where I had to do my own lighting design for that. I had to write it, I had to perform it, I had to cast it. So that was also another thing that I liked, that side of it, because it gave you different hats and different roles to do. So yeah, now I'm looking more to get into like the creative side of things, like the thinking, more think tank side, like creating shows, web series. I look into more detailed things instead of just being upfront. So more of like the back house and support side of things.
Yeah. How do you feel, this like two questions. So do you feel like having your equity card so soon, when you went to those equity auditions, that it became hard for you to be able to audition for or get cast in things where you were able to build up your resume because you were all of a sudden put in where you could only audition for these things that were like at a higher hardcore level?
Yeah, it definitely did, because you know, when you're going in with people that have a resume that's like a mile long, and you're just, the only thing I did was this, and it was a brand new show. You know, nobody really heard of it. Yeah. But I'm still confident going in, of course, because I was just like, let me show them what I can do. But also, I don't have that community theater background, you know, besides like my younger years, of course. And I guess, I don't know.
Does it make you, do you ever feel like you shouldn't have taken your card at that point, that maybe you should have waited so that you could have more things on your resume, or are you glad that you took it when you did?
It's kind of bittersweet, because there were opportunities in the past. I auditioned for, I think it was Busch Gardens, their brand new show that they were going to have. And of course, they're not equity contracts. So I had to come to the decision, like they were saying, well, you know, we're not under equity, so you either have to give it up or you'd have to give up the position. So that's another time when I had to
wait. So could you not do Busch Gardens even though you're equity? Because it's not under their jurisdiction, right? So
it's not, and I had asked them that. Yeah, they said you either have to give up equity or you can't do the part. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. Yeah. So I called my coach.
I thought that would be AGVA or something, so it wouldn't matter.
I don't know. I definitely asked that. I was like, well, wait a minute. I'm under a performance contract. You know, I'm union. So, you know, what's that? And they were like, okay, well, you don't work with that. So, you know. Yeah. So I called my coach and I was like, okay, I have a decision. She's like, I understand it's hard. You know, you want to work, especially in what you graduated for, you know, what you're passionate in. But you have to understand you were also giving a really great opportunity to be an equity actor, and you're under something that's protecting you. So ultimately it's your decision. So I decided to keep it, you know, because I don't want to be, even though I love my passion, I don't want to be overworked for something that's just temporary. Like, totally. As long as I remain an active member, equity will always be there. So
that's at this point in my life, I'm not performing. I'm not auditioning. I mean, I have 2 little kids. I'm like on hold, but I still keep my card active also, because I feel like the benefits that it does have, I appreciate so much. So,
and look at you, you're doing so great. I stumbled upon your website. I think it was through Facebook, and I was like, let me just check this out. So I like this engaging thing that's happening.
Thanks. I like it too. So I'm hoping that we have lots of big, I had a meeting this morning with my assistant. We have lots of big plans for things that are happening this year with helping people. But equity is one of the main things that people ask about and write in about and stuff. So I am excited to share different sides of it. So thank you for sharing your story of it and how it worked for you. And I'm glad, just because I love my card also, I'm glad that you would still keep it. And I think it's good to think about the fact that it forced you, even like technique wise and experience wise, it forced you to get to that level, right? You know, going away. So yeah, I love it. Awesome.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have a website or anywhere that people can see more about you or anything like that?
I do have a LinkedIn. I think that's what it's called.
LinkedIn.
I'm under, I think my name is I don't even remember. Just look up Montaja Simmons. I have so many. I have a YouTube. I know you can look up Montaja Simmons on YouTube.
Okay.
I also have Facebook under, I think it's Tasia Girl. So all of those. And then Twitter, my name on Twitter is Tasia Vu. Like
Okay, I'm going to email you again, and then I'll get all that stuff, and we can put it as a link.
That sounds good.
Awesome. And maybe this will inspire you with all of your creative, like, think tank stuff. You should get a website together. I'm such a huge avid support. Like, websites are so important. And it's great just to have, you know, a thing where you can share your thoughts about stuff. You can share your things that you love, all that stuff. I'm like, I love blogging. Woohoo. Yay. I don't know.
It's true.
And then people can find you there too. I like it. Okay, thank you so much, Montaja. And I'm going to do 2 more interviews after this one. So I'll let you know when it's going to be live, and I'll share. Maybe you'll have a website by the time we publish this. Ooh.
Maybe. Maybe.
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording. Yay. Thank you. Bye. Bye.